It's fine. We got it. We're here now.
Cool.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. It's happening.
Boy, do I love being a streamer when everything doesn't function properly.
It's great. You know, you'd be surprised. It looks from the outside like everything works great all of the time, but once you're actually in it, you're like, oh, nothing works at all, ever.
Every time. And the
Every
way
time.
Saul puts it every single time is like, if there isn't some sort of hiccup every single stream, you're not doing it right.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, man.
All
Thanks,
right.
Streamlabs.
So, yeah. Thank you. All right. So, for those who don't know, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Ganondorf, the Azure Kingman, name in progress. Might make that smaller because everybody has a problem with just how huge it is, which, to be fair,
It's long.
it's unnecessarily long.
It's,
But, yeah.
It's a title. You see, you don't shorten titles. That takes away from titles.
Exactly. I do live streaming. It's fun. I also upload stuff on YouTube. I make goofy memes in whatever video program I can get my hands on because memes are fun. And I like writing. I really like writing.
Nice. I'll have to ask you about that later. But for now, the game we're playing is Stardew Valley. So
Yeah.
where do we want to go for this? What section of the world do we want to hang out in?
We can hang out here on the farm, and then if we decide to go elsewhere, I'll just let you know prior.
Alright. I like these boxes of flowers.
Yeah.
Nice flower boxes.
One of the few things that I do every single time I play this game is I have this neurotic need to make the farm as beautiful as possible. So then I'll just grab everything. I'll be like, no, I'm going to place this here. I'm going to put a bonfire right there. And there's a flower. Ooh, the chickens are over here. Let's put a tree right there.
I love it. I love it.
My neurotic sense of just like, yes, I must now.
Must decorate. Must make it pretty. Can we sit on benches? I don't think. Can we? No, I can flip the bench. Hold on.
I think it's the other button.
No. There we go.
Nice.
Right, sitting on the bench. Very nice. Hey. Well, do you want the first question? Go ahead.
It might. I think I have my apartment set up to be a bit more cozy.
Accommodating.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, not this one. My bad. What about house? Yeah, fuck it.
I'm gonna go look at other people's houses. Nope.
We can chill out in premium content.
Oh, we could. We could. Premium content. Let's
games
go.
challenge everything.
Oh no!
We do a little bit of trolling here. All right, Captain, I'm ready when you are.
Alrighty, let me grab my list of words. No, that's the wrong one. There we go, I found it. Okay, first question is, why did you accept the invite?
It sounded really cool. So, I actually had an idea about doing something like this later on when I actually became a bit more affluential to people. But simply the idea of an interview of people who you either know or people you believe, can be something or so on and so forth, just unique people in general. The idea of that is very alluring to me. So, if I had an idea of wanting to do that, why would I deny someone else's desire to do so as well? That just wouldn't be right.
That's really sweet. I guess I might have been on the internet too long, but it really feels like I get really discouraged when people have the same idea because then it feels like, oh, it's not special anymore. So I really
No.
appreciate that support.
No, you should absolutely do it every single time. Even if somebody else has done it before, you should put your own spin on it, which, you know,
Yeah, that's
from
true.
what I've seen of these, they're really cool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're excited to do this, and I hope you enjoy the end product.
Oh, very excited.
Yeah. All right. You want the next one?
Hell yeah.
What do you do?
What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I mentioned before, I do mostly streaming content on video games that either people haven't seen, stuff that I enjoy, or just niche indie games in which personally intrigue me. Earlier in the week, I was doing a game called Cavern of Dreams,
Mm-hmm.
which is a Nintendo 64 based game, kind of like Banjo Kazooie. It's a collectathon. You run in, you collect set amount of items, and that scratches an itch for me. And to those people who also look for collectathons, I wanted to have that game available for them to see and be able to go, no, I do like the vibe of that game. It's a very calming game too, so that's
Nice.
always a bonus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, go ahead.
I guess I just want to draw attention to more things.
Okay. So, what you do is draw attention to things.
Yep.
Okay. My next question is, oh, hold on. I thought I had it remembered and then I stumbled. Why do you do what you do?
Well, there are. Oh, we should probably
Or you
run
could
the
pass
game.
out on the floor. That'd be funny.
You know what? Fuck it.
Pass out on the floor? Let's
I'm gonna
go.
pass out immediately in front of my house. Just you know what? No, I'm gonna pass out in front of somebody else's house.
Where'd you
No,
go?
I'm gonna go inside. I'm going into Voidy's house and I'm passing out on the floor.
Where's Boydie?
Her house is Peeps.
Peeps. Oh, no, I gotta find it now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Boydie, why do you have to hide? Which
He's
house?
closest to the chicken coop.
There we go, found it. Oh, there you are. You're on the couch.
I would be here.
I guess I can go on the bench.
Voidy left. Oh man. So to answer your question from before, there are actually three proponents as to why I do streaming. And
Mhm.
this is one that I've thought about many times over the years. Um, first third of that is I grew up in the foster system.
Mhm.
I understand quite intimately how enable children in the foster care system are able to voice their opinions about things, are oftentimes looked down upon or just completely ignored. So for them, I wanted to be able to be that voice, someone that they could come to, someone who's speaking for them because yeah, it's not a good system, regardless of
Mhm.
how many, caseworkers, foster parents say, yeah, no, we're trying as hard as we can. You are, but you can only do so much.
Mhm.
And the insider's perspective of being in the foster system, it really helps a lot
Yeah.
to those people who need it. So that's part of the reason as to why I decided to do that. Uh, Reason two, I just really enjoy it. Like I've worked since the age of 15 in businesses, in fast food, in retail, and not a single job, even in the food industry, which I do like making food, I have not found the same amount of joy that I have with this kind of line of work.
Mhm. Nice.
Then, secondly, there is or then finally, there's the fact that I do eventually once I have a decent enough, you know, following of people on the internet, I do want to make my own game. I've
Mm-hmm.
already gone down the pathway of writing the story, so on and so forth. It's just while I don't have the means to do so, later on, I hope that I will have the means and the audience that would enjoy seeing something that I produce. Of
Yeah.
course, I would probably not be programming the game because I have no programming knowledge whatsoever. But as a somewhat humbled director, I would like to do that.
I see. You want to direct the creation of a game.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And I got some ideas, so
I believe you. Sounds like fun.
yeah.
Alright, neat. Do you feel
Yeah.
like you've answered that question enough?
Yeah.
Alright. You want the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let me pull it up. Um, do you make things?
I do. Whenever requested by either my friends or other people, I will make a suggested meme because I do find that really fun. Skull actually requested that I make a edit of Dio from JoJo Part 3, where every single time he like disappears due to time stop and reappears somewhere else, he has a disconnect from Discord sound and then reconnecting later. That was so much fun. You don't understand. I intentionally went out of my way so to those who've seen it and are curious about it. I made it to where every single time he disconnected from the call and rejoined, he
Mhm.
was slightly faster each time, which is absolutely a thing that a dick like Dio would do in order to piss people off.
That's funny.
I do art on occasion, though that's mostly just personal stuff. I have my own art journal and shit like that.
Mhm.
I do creative writing on occasion, not nearly as much as I used to, but I still try to at least keep dabbling in it at least 2 to 3 times a year. That way, I'm still brushed up on my stuff, and when I do go to write the stuff for my game, um, I have a better understanding of what I want to emulate through the emotions through the words.
Mhm. Yeah. When I was younger, I used to do a bunch of writing, so
Oh, yeah,
I have an inkling of the stuff you'd need for that. It's a
it's
lot.
stressful.
It's just a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah, it always has been, always will be. Don't let
Uh-huh.
anybody tell you otherwise. You know
Yeah.
what? Let's go.
Where are we going?
We're going
In
into
my
empty
house?
house.
My
Yeah,
undecorated empty house?
yeah, very empty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got a nice hearth, so this works.
Always warm yourself at the hearth of the fire.
Mm-hmm. Kick your feetsies.
My toes are warm.
All right. Next one.
Yep.
Next one is, why do you make things?
Hmm. I'd say it's like a compulsive desire to create.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So back in the day, I drew because I really liked drawing. Not so much anymore. I still do enjoy drawing, but the effect of that enjoyment has lessened over the years. I think
Mm-hmm.
now it's just simply because I enjoy it.
Okay.
There's no real in between for that. It's just I enjoy the process of creating something and bring it into manifestation into the world.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There is a joy in that.
Mhm.
Hmm. Is art the only one that you want to talk about?
Um, suppose for content creation, I mean, it plays into the reasons why I started. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be that voice for people in the foster system that feel downtrodden or ignored.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just simply enjoy content creation through and through.
Mm-hmm.
It's plain and simple. It's just really enjoyable for me.
Nice. I love that for you.
Thank you.
All right. Do you feel like you've answered this question thoroughly
Eh,
enough?
well enough to my capabilities.
All right, you're gonna hate this next one. Wh-
Uh-oh.
Why do you really make things?
Why do I really make things?
Uh,
Boredom.
yeah.
I'm in a position right now, not to get too much into it in case other people relate too heavily with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently stuck. I live
Mm.
in a village town where I don't have a vehicle. I can't get out of here. The few places I have worked, I've come to the realization they're just absolutely shitty people that I do not wish to support.
Mm.
So this is kind of the means in which I am able to still do something and still feel like I'm giving back to the world without supporting these absolutely reprehensible individuals that live in this town. I want
Mm.
to get out of here as quick as possible. And hopefully that will happen here soon. But until
Yeah.
then, I plan to just stick with this. Maybe that'll change in the future, but for now
Yeah.
this is
The
something
best you've
enjoyable.
got.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And as you mentioned, the boredom. This saves
Oh,
away the boredom.
oh, absolutely. If I wasn't doing this, if I didn't have the community of people around me that I have, I'd probably have gone insane. Even though I'm probably still insane, it doesn't matter.
Just a little bit more so.
But it's a little crazy, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, just like the rest of us. It's okay. Look, there's a certain threshold. There's a
There's an,
threshold.
there's an acceptable amount of crazy, and if you think you don't have it in you, you absolutely have it in you. You're just too
Absolutely.
crazy to admit it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, there's a little bit of truth in that, but
No point in being fully sane. This world's crazy as it is.
yeah, honestly, I mean, you gotta be a little delusional in order to just make it to the finish line.
Yeah, it hurts to say, but it's absolutely true.
So true. All right, do you want the next one?
Uh-huh.
Next question is, who is someone you like? I remember I need to readjust this question, but really what I'm asking is like, who do you like platonically?
Ironically.
Uh-huh.
Huh. I throw you into that group, Voidy, Skull, um, Robin,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the sidekick. Uh, a few of my followers as well,
Mm-hmm.
Pocky, um, Blair. Like, they're
Mm-hmm.
all really, really cool people, and they often don't mind indulging my proclivities towards my autistic level of dedication to theoretical space science and my weird ramblings on my ideas of the shape of infinity. I genuinely feel like I've found my group, which
Nice.
I can finally say this is probably the first time that that's happened in my life, which is both sad and beautiful at the same time.
Yeah. I'm really glad you found your people.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So, out of all those people that you've mentioned, what is a through line? Like, what is a quality, a through line quality between all of them that you really appreciate?
Oh, we're all a little crazy. No, 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 no. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, I guess just how warm and inviting everyone is. Because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't feel. I've had several friendships over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Several. Mainly because of, the aforementioned foster care. But even before that, I was bouncing from town to town to town with my family. And I never really made deep connections with people. I had friends, yes, but those weren't long lasting. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't they were friends, yes, but only on a superficial level, like, oh yeah, we got along.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely feel like I connect with these people on a more deeper, more intimate level than most people in my life, and that helps. That
Mm-hmm.
helps a lot.
Okay. I'm glad.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Uh, here the next question. I'm excited to hear your answer for this one.
Uh-oh.
What do you like about yourself?
Hmm. Well, I'd like to say that I'm very pragmatic and I'm very optimistic. Though I do have my moments.
Hmm.
Everybody does. That comes with being human. It came free with your existence of living.
Yes, it did.
I don't know, maybe it's just the insatiable curiosity that I have about certain topics, because I will find myself jumping down rabbit holes of information simply because, yeah, no, it's really fun. And
Hmm.
from that, I learn about a whole bunch of things, like I mentioned before, and during one of your streams, the idea and the conversation everybody has with the infinity, and ultimately pointless conversation, but one that you can find meaning from. Stuff
Hmm.
like that, I genuinely feel like, even though I will never be able to fully wrap my head around it, it's something that I enjoy that I myself can get into.
Yeah, it's something to think about, and you like that you have the opportunity to think about it seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
I guess
enjoyable.
another thing about me that I do enjoy is the fact that I've come into the realization that I am an optimistic nihilist, which
Hmm.
seems counterintuitive
It's not.
until you actually read nihilism. All these
Yeah.
nihilistic fucks out there. Yes, I'm calling you out. I'm calling all of you out, you pessimistic fucksticks. You are not a nihilist. You're just an asshole.
Or just
The thing,
sad.
or sad. And if you are, talk. Talk to us. The beauty about this life is that you don't know what comes after it.
Mm-hmm.
So you technically only have one, and that's beautiful. Enjoy the world around you. Enjoy the people around you. Because for all intents and purposes, this is probably the only one you have.
Mm-hmm.
So enjoy it while you can.
Yeah. There's this. I'm sure you've seen the meme, but it's what was it like? Oh, I don't remember the thing, but it was the top half was black and white. It was some guy being sad. It was like,
We
um,
should probably run the beds. We're not making them
yeah.
wait.
I'll tell you about the meme later.
Oh, you can continue.
Um, and it was something like pessimistic nihilism, or something like that. And then the one below it was like 90 kids cool vibes. Thumbs up. Oh, that's what it was. It was the same word, same sentence, which was everything matters, nothing matters. Um, we're all gonna die or something like that. And it was the top half was black and white and all sad, and the bottom was full of color and vibrant, and a kids with a thumb up was like nothing
Nothing
matters.
matters.
We're all
That that
gonna die.
that is optimistic nihilism. Nothing matters. So
Yeah.
everything you do and interact with matters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ultimately, that might be oh, I'm the main character of my story kind of
Yeah.
situation, but that's true. You are the main character of your story.
Mm-hmm.
No point in being sad about it.
That's all right.
Live your life.
Go get that good life points.
Exactly.
Go enjoy.
Blueberries. So many
Blueberries.
blueberries.
Blueberries. I
Yeah,
like blueberries.
another proclivity of mine is every time summer comes around in this game, it's just like, no, blueberry season everywhere.
Everywhere
I'm
there should
going
be
to
blue.
plant. If the farm isn't blue, it's not right.
Oh boy. Alright. Do you feel like you've answered your question?
Well enough.
Okay. What are you? Oh, you're up here. I see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm putting stuff in the boxes.
My next question then is what about yourself inspires you?
Hmm. Um, that's a hard one. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe it's simply just the fact that I do what I can to pig shop in the forest. Ooh, okay. Follow me this way.
All
Um,
right.
maybe it just is that curiosity I have because it roams from many different topics,
Mm-hmm.
and those topics always seem to have a through line through my desire to learn things, whether it be abstract or simply something that it's, English again. Come on. I'm a deeply curious person about anything. You give me a
Mm-hmm.
topic, I probably know something or a little bit on it. And that's not me tooting my horn. That's just because I have a deep curiosity to learn things.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I should have been a teacher, but I can't deal with little kids. If they're little shits, I will. Oh, God.
Mm.
Stop it.
Hmm. Yeah, that is half of the job of being a teacher.
Yeah. Oh, there's a few things. I guess I'll buy the yam seeds and the super cucumber, apple, starfruit, goat milk. Yeah, that's good enough.
Did you buy everything?
No, just a few seeds and a few items for the bundles.
All right. The
Eh,
wedding ring recipe is only 500.
let's go on boy to get that.
All right. What are you doing with this
Technically,
apple?
I'm holding it.
All
This
right.
one is the sacred apple. Until it is donated into the museum, it will rest on my head. It will rest on Zambi's head.
Works for me. Anyway, you were gonna say?
Um, yeah, no, it's just that desire to learn.
Mm-hmm.
It helps greatly, especially with, the profession that we're in. You
Mm-hmm.
know, being able to talk about stuff with people or just indulge in thought experiments or hypotheticals, and even sometimes just the dumbest of hypotheticals. It's fun. It's genuinely a really fun time,
Mm-hmm.
at least in my opinion.
That's good. If you're
Um,
not having fun, then why are you doing it?
exactly. All right, we're gonna go to this house this time.
Alrighty.
I don't. Is it? Nope. That's not it. I gotta use my mouse. I do.
There we go. Okay. All right. Anything else to add?
Not really.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Still waking up apparently.
Mood.
Next question is how do you react in uncomfortable situations?
It depends. Normally, if I'm usually in a good state of mind, I
Mhm.
will try and offer solutions or explanations, and multiple if I can, so that it's even if it doesn't have anything to do with me, or if it does, I try and offer solutions or explanations behind the problems that people see.
Mhm.
Sometimes, though, if I am like in my emotions or something else, I often have a bad tendency, which I am working on, to just shut down, stay quiet, just let people say what they need to, absorb what they say into my head, and either apologize or just say I don't know.
Mhm.
It is a bad habit. I am still working on it. Um, Therapy would definitely help, but I'm not working on it anytime soon.
Yeah.
Not until I move.
Yeah, that's the major thing about therapy is it's so expensive, but it's so needed.
Yep. Yeah, to those of you watching or listening, uh, If you need therapy, don't be scared. Please go and get it. Don't be like me.
Yeah. And yeah. Do what you can, because that's all you can do.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So that was what makes you how you react to uncomfortable situations. And you either shut down or you offer solutions, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Next one is, when was the last time you were validated?
Oh, would you mind defining that a little bit?
So when I think of validation as in like someone saw you, someone saw your existence, your being as a human, and you know, how do I put this? Not approved, because that sounds not right. But like they saw you and they appreciated you.
Hmm? I mean, there's a few recently, specifically with Skull and Voidy, but I suppose the one that was more touching recently was the fact that I was having a conversation with my mom, and as I mentioned before, I went
Mhm.
into the foster system. So we have a very weird
Transactional.
relationship. It's not
Yeah.
transactional anymore, but
Okay.
it definitely felt that way for a good portion of my life.
Mhm.
Um, I was talking with her recently about certain problems that I had and certain proclivities that I'm working on, and she just straight up said, "Yeah, I can understand why. You grew up under your stepdad and me,"
Mhm.
which that hit a really deep chord inside of me where I was just like, "So you understand
So
why
you
I
get
have my
it.
problems with you? Thank you.
Thank
You're
goodness.
actually thinking about it now. Thank God."
Wow.
Oh, it is very validating to have something like that happen, especially for those in the foster system who've
Yeah.
basically been told several times they just need to get over it. They
Yeah.
just need to bottle up their emotions and stick it as deep as possible. To have one of the people who
Was responsible.
were very responsible say, "Yeah, I understand.
I
You know,
caused that.
I caused that." That helps. That helps a
Yeah.
lot.
As someone who didn't grow in the foster care system but was under very manipulative parents, I
Hmm.
would give so much to hear my mom say that to me. I'd be
It,
like,
it,
well, yeah, I was your mom.
it's cathartic. It
It's like,
really, really is.
finally, you get it.
You understand. You've been doing thinking. Thank you.
Thank goodness.
Oh, I hope that happens for you. I really, really do.
We'll see, but thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh, H2O.
Water.
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 Drink your water, kids. You need it.
You do.
No, seriously, you really do.
It's really important for your body
You,
to function.
you are 70% water. Fuel it. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. H2O. I don't know
Boy.
what kind of water you drinking.
Me?
No, I'm making references. I was
Oh.
referring to Waterboy in that instance.
I don't know that reference. I'm sorry.
Great Adam Sandler movie back in the day when he was still like pumping out hit after hit after hit.
In his
Even if
prime.
you just gotta watch it on your own, seriously check it out. There are some
Alright.
jokes that don't land as well in the modern day, but
Mm-hmm.
that one is probably one of my favorites.
Okay. I'll have to look at it then. Alright. Do you want the next question?
Yep, I'm ready.
Who are you?
Uh, I am a weird. No, that's probably not the best way to phrase that. I am a perpetually inquisitive soul.
Hmm. I like that.
I don't really know how other or how many a more better way to describe it, but yeah, I like I mentioned before, I enjoy just delving into topics,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're impossible to wrap your head around. Like I still find enjoyment even out of impossible conversations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. I like that a lot. Good description. Do you want the next one?
Yeah,
Outside of race, gender, and career, how would you describe yourself?
side of race, gender, and career.
Mm-hmm.
Compassionate.
Okay.
Perhaps, some people might find that me tooting my own horn, but no, I genuinely, even if I don't come from a demographic in which has been, you know, mistreated or so on and so forth, I
Mm-hmm.
still try to empathize. Always.
Mm-hmm.
For me, being around people it's on an individual basis. I hate humanity as a general, but that's as a collective.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfectly reasonable. Oh, bedtime.
Bedtime. Ah, ah.
However, for me, it comes down to the individual.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely enjoy, maybe not enjoy, but I find deeper relations with people based on the tribulations that they've gone through in life. And even if I haven't been through exactly the same exact circumstances, I can empathize with the emotions behind it. So,
Mm-hmm.
compassionate is the term I would use because I do try and understand people's emotions to that level. Simply because knowing them on an individual level, it helps. It really
Mm-hmm.
does.
Yeah. I
And
mean, there's. Sorry, go ahead.
I highly encourage everybody else to do so as well because you'd be surprised how much you have in common with even some people that you didn't think you would.
Even people across languages and cultures.
Absolutely.
um,
Absolutely.
I was gonna mention, like, it's been shown in studies that just by knowing someone else's name, like, almost immediately makes you bonded to them in one way
Yep.
or another. So it's like, go meet people, go make friends.
It's the way our brains work.
Mm-hmm.
It's very curious because a few studies have been done on it, but not nearly to the level that we have full understanding of it. But
Mm-hmm.
the human brain can memorize up to 100 people personally,
Yeah.
and simply forming that connection is good, and you
Mm-hmm.
should.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna yoink this, and we're gonna make Grandpa's grave a bit more pretty.
All right. Go say hi to the dead man.
Hey, Grandpa, still dead and shit?
Still not breathing? Good. Stay that
This
way.
is my farm now.
You can't have it back.
You can just sit there and wait till year 3.
And you'll look at our farm and be like, what happened here? What did
Why
you
are there
do?
so many blueberries? Because I like it! Blueberries are tasty, old man! You would have known this if you'd grown any.
Nice, buddy.
Hi, buddy!
Oh boy. Wait.
I'm really confused.
What? The next question?
Yeah.
Hold on, I just had it. What is something that scares you?
Ooh. Ah. What are the easy ones? War, death,
Mm-hmm.
famine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those are all simple. However, the one thing that scares me the most,
Mm-hmm.
the way we have given up on space travel, like through and through.
Yeah.
The fact that we are stuck to this one planet and we have made no attempts at realistically trying to go any further into space because we've already proven that we can.
Mm-hmm.
This solar system might be the only one that we have. There's no guarantee because,
Mm-hmm.
building a Dyson sphere would take at least, I remember somebody doing the math, around 30 years. That's 3
Mm-hmm.
decades.
Yeah.
That's like 10 years to actually get to Mercury, 10 years to start disassembling Mercury and shooting Dyson swarm mirrors to the moon, or not
Mm-hmm.
to the moon, what the hell am I talking about? To the sun, and then 10 more years to actually fully develop that thing,
Mm-hmm.
the Dyson swarm itself. I
Mm-hmm.
just feel that humanity has a great potential to actually leave a lasting impact in the solar system and avoid several atrocities that could happen in the future, but we're too focused on petty political geo uh, geopolitical world issues and so many different problems that they just don't they don't seem to care.
Mm-hmm.
They seem about petty gain over furtherment of humanity, which is a real damn shame. Like,
I can
really.
understand that. I I kind of understand why we haven't personally. Um, it's like for me. Sorry, go ahead.
It's just costly.
It costs a lot. But also like we're people, and people are short-sighted, and people need to live and survive. And unfortunately, there's some people in power that don't don't care, like you mentioned. But
Which would
also
you like to
there's
vote for? Would you like to vote for Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker?
yeah,
It's
precisely.
it's just a power struggle, and it's not like we can't fix these problems. It's just
But I mean, also like there's a war in Ukraine. There's another war stirring up somewhere
yeah,
else that I forgot. Oh yeah,
uh,
Palestine is an issue.
Palestine, Israel. Yeah,
And it's like there's just we just need to figure out how to love each other, man.
we
Then we
need
can
to
go
figure
conquer
that
the
out.
sun.
We really, really do. Oh God, humanity, come on now. We're smarter than this. The internet has proved it. It's also disproven it in certain
Yeah,
ways, but
yeah.
not in that way.
No, it's just people being people, and
Yeah.
it's. I agree, it is a shame, but also, I get why we haven't. Like, it's really hard to herd a horde of cats.
Oh yeah.
It
Suppose
really is.
suppose if I had to point out another fear is time wasted,
Mm.
which also plays into the original fear, but I just it's always been like a deep fear even as a kid when I had the frightmares. Sorry to
Mm-hmm.
those who are listening and also have this fear. Every single time I had a frightmare, it always had to do with the clock ticking down. And
Mm.
I've come to realize now as an adult that that is just a deeply ingrained fear of numbers piling up and being able to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I have my manic moments where I wake up in a cold sweat and I'm, basically getting hit with a panic attack, every single time it has to do with numbers
Mm.
piling up or counting down.
Mm-hmm.
An incontrollable wave of time being unable to be stopped.
Yeah.
And that does scare me because I don't like wasted time,
Yeah.
at least in my personal life. I don't mind wasting time with friends and other people like that. That's enjoyable, but
Mm-hmm.
wasting away doing nothing alone is just something that is deeply ingrained into me. If I'm not hanging out with people, I'm doing something. I have to be.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Otherwise it's just it feels like I'm not doing something at all.
Yeah.
Even if I am just relaxing, there's still a portion in the back of my brain like, you could be doing something right now. What are you doing? Hey, buddy, you gonna get
Yeah.
off your ass, huh? Huh?
It,
Yeah,
it,
huh?
You know, Gan, you know how we mentioned therapy?
Yeah, I need it. I really do.
This is a perfect topic for that.
Exactly.
Because I struggle with that too, and it really sucks.
It really does, man.
It really sucks. I can't enjoy life. Gosh darn it.
Oh, it's because of our problems. That's what it is. That's all it is. Fuck you, America. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No.
Kidding.
It's just life in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Yep.
Um. Next one is, what is the hardest thing you've ever had to overcome?
Mm. Fuck. From a family standpoint, feeling like I'm the only one looking in through a window
Mm-hmm.
towards a happy family.
Mm-hmm.
So, to not to get too deep into it, but I was in the foster system from the age of 12 to the age of 21.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri is unique when it comes to foster systems. They can hold you until you're 21. They can't
Mm-hmm.
hold you anymore past that. And I made an avid effort from the age of 18 to the age of 21 to move out here to where my family was. I came out twice a year to get stuff set up, get an apartment in place, get a job in place, do what
Mm-hmm.
I can to actually be a part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And while some family members would vehemently disagree, because of course they would, it still to this day feels like I'm looking in on a family that's moved on
Mm-hmm.
from my absence. And
Yeah.
I've had to learn to be okay with that, which is fine. To those out
That's
there
hard.
who it's very hard. To those out there who are suffering from the same problem, you're not alone. You'll never be alone.
Mm-hmm.
However, you do have to accept sometimes the hard truth is just what it is, the hard truth.
Sometimes you
However,
just won't be loved, and
sometimes
it
you just
sucks.
sometimes you just won't be accepted, and that's fine. You do you and take care of the you that is in the current time and space. Do what you have to. Take care of the things you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
As you know, oftentimes there's the big bad villain statement of like, the only person I can trust is myself. And I was like, to some extent, that's true. Because sometimes you've only got yourself. So
That's
take care
true.
of you and make sure you're good with yourself. Because, like, the person who's going to stay with you the longest is you.
Absolutely. And to help with that, find your found family. Like
Mm-hmm.
my found family is, well, all of you guys here.
Mm-hmm.
I It's part of the reason why I chat with everybody that pretty much every day.
Mm-hmm.
They're my found family. They fill that spot that my real family cannot or can't.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's even more beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Because at least you get to choose that family.
Exactly.
You get to choose them. That's the agency. It's important.
Oh, it absolutely is. You are the maker of your own destiny, so make it.
Hmm. Okay. Enough with the soapbox.
All right,
Mhm.
asking the deep questions here.
I am. I guess I brought this on myself.
It's your fault. How dare? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
uh, the next question is, what frustrates you the most about life?
Ooh, ignorance.
Mm.
Just it's fine to be ignorant.
Hmm.
No, I should reclassify that. Willful ignorance.
Ah, there we go. That's the one.
If you choose to be ignorant on something, even at a detriment for other people in your life, you're an asshole.
Hmm.
It's fine if it's a coping mechanism. I'm pretty sure the people around you will understand. But if you're simply doing it out of spite to just not care,
Hmm.
that's not okay.
That's really
And I've
tough.
met several people in this lifetime that are like that,
Mm-hmm.
family included.
Mm-hmm.
And it's deeply, deeply frustrating.
Yeah.
Try and understand people. Seriously.
There are good people out there.
Exactly. Sometimes closer than you think.
Mm-hmm. All right. So willful ignorance really frustrates you.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you for sharing. All right. Where are we going now?
Well, let's check the farm real quick.
Okay.
No blueberries, okay. What about over in the big summer patch of foods and goods? Tomatoes! Yeah!
Start
I think it's me. Oh, hell yeah!
hops. Nice.
Thank you. Is the corn done yet?
No.
Oh, don't you
Maybe
put
tomorrow.
here's the hoping. Alright, let me go put all this up here. Morning! Star fruit! Hey, look! Got star fruit, guys! They're just
So
ignoring
excited.
me. I see how it is.
You're busy. There you go.
Oh, I love it. Alright, whose house are we pestering now?
I don't know.
Cupcakes! And bam.
Oh.
And,
Or do you want me
come
to
on.
move to the over here?
Yeah, you know what? You
I'll
set
do
your
that
chair?
and then boop. And sitting is awkward.
Yeah. Our characters do not look comfortable.
No, they don't. If
I'm
you're in
going
the
to
chair, you look like you're very small.
Yeah. I'm gonna have all sorts of back problems when I'm 80.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a hunchback.
They'll put turbo and NOS on my wheelchair so that I can get around at breakneck speeds.
That'd be
They'll
nice.
call me Rocket Grandpa.
That'd be fun.
This is turning into turbo dismount quickly.
Yeah, it is. Alright.
Oh my god!
The next question is. Oh, hold on. I gotta find my place. What excites
Uh-oh.
you the most?
No, that's too easy.
Space!
Creativity.
Creativity?
I love the indie scene when it comes to video games and movies
Mhm.
and TV shows.
Yeah.
Like, they're really, really good.
Mhm.
Oh, hold on. Get that back at back, my guy. Yeah, no. The indie scene when it comes to video games, TV shows, they're really, really good. Even in
Mhm.
music, like my favorite indie band has to be Mystery Skulls. They're
Mm.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Has Been Hotel, technically not an indie thing anymore, but it
Yeah.
started out as indie. Great
They
show.
did.
When it comes to video games, Pseudo Regalia, another
Mm.
great game, styled after Nintendo 64. Is it clear that I have my proclivities? Great game. Amazing game. Can't wait for people to out me. When you find out, you'll find out. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
say what it is, but it is funny, and also I'm scared.
Well, you brought this on yourself.
It's only about a time. Most of TikTok knows.
Mm, we'll see.
It's the top rated TikTok that I have, and I hate that. I'm the one who
uh,
made the joke, so I shot myself in the foot with that one.
you really did. You really did. So the indie scene is what excites you.
Yeah, self-made stuff,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Yeah. I guess this is a weird tangent, but Animal Well?
Animal Well?
Yeah. So published by Big Mode, which is a very new publisher company. But the guy who made it, he made all of it. It was just him. Even though he's under a bigger developer now, like he did it all.
I don't know. I haven't actually seen Animal Well yet. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that one with that like crazy looking wolf creature in it?
Maybe. I don't know. It's
I,
pixelated.
I think I know what you're talking about. I'm deeply interested in trying that.
You might like it. It might.
Definitely on the docket now. When I
Alright.
have money, of course.
Of course. It's always the stopping point.
It's always about the capitalism.
It is. My therapist has started quoting me on calling our current state of being as a capitalistic hellscape, so that's
I mean, you're
funny.
not wrong.
No, but it's funny that my therapist has started quoting me.
That is great. That is perfect.
Oh, that's great.
It is a technical capitalistic hell state, but that's neither here or there right now. No, it
No, we're
is.
not talking about that. Anyway, the next question is why did you agree to the game we are playing?
Oh, Stardew?
Yeah.
I so originally it was RimWorld, but we couldn't get that to work, which is
Mm-hmm.
fine. I thought that was a very chill game. This game is a second best for that, probably first best. I bought
Mm-hmm.
this game when it first dropped
Mm-hmm.
because I love. Don't get me wrong. I play shit like Kingdom Hearts. I play Nier Automata, existential like dread games, or games
Mm-hmm.
with plots that make no sense that only
Mm-hmm.
make sense because I'm a super autistic fuck who's just like, I must hyper fixate on every little detail. It doesn't matter if that makes no sense. It's all for style points, baby. Doesn't matter. When it comes to
Uh-huh.
something like this, it's just so relaxing. Stardew,
Mm-hmm.
when it first came out, I probably sunk about 120 hours in every single day that I could that I wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cozy.
Yeah.
It's relaxing. It's a nice time. I don't have to worry about things. Yeah, the crops are going to be done in like 5 days, but that's 5 days for me to go and work in the mines or go chop down some trees because I need a new horse barn or some shit like that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't got to worry about stuff. This game is just, it's very relaxing.
Yeah. It is nice. Plus, you can make fields of blueberries.
Exactly. Blueberries for the world. All
A lot
world
of them.
wars will end if you just give them blueberries. Not true, but I like to pretend it is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's the majority of this game.
Yeah.
Not true, but I like to pretend it is.
It, it's just a good time.
It
I've
is.
never booted up this game and had a bad time. I've always had a good time.
I'm glad. I'm glad
Okay.
to hear it.
Ready for your
Uh,
next question?
yes. Next question is, what is something you are proud of?
Mm, my kitty cat.
Yeah.
So, to let everyone know, I did have a cat prior to the one I currently have. Her name was Klonoa.
Mm-hmm.
She Don't know where she is. I let her outside one day, and apparently one of my neighbors stole her and
Mm,
was saying like shit like I need to come get her and shit like that. And I tried multiple times, but she's just from what I heard, apparently she had moved pretty quickly after that, so there's no way I would get her back. But
yeah.
before I lost that cat, uh she had a litter of kittens. I raised them
Mm,
all up, with assistance from my mom who was living with me at the time for a good year and
mm-hmm.
a half. And I kept one of them. And that's my little boy Carpet. Where you at, you little
Aw.
Cheshire shithead? He is
Carpet.
he is awesome. He he has weird proclivities himself. He likes to like pull open cabinets and crawl into the crock pot and fall asleep in there. But aside from that, he doesn't get on the counters. He doesn't, mess with human food. Hell, I've
Hmm.
tried giving him like regular meats and other stuff like that. He just won't mess with it. He doesn't care
Hmm.
anymore. The one thing that he
Interesting.
did eat was like seasoned broccoli, and even that he doesn't touch anymore. So I think it might be
Hmm.
something to do with his kibble, which I'm gonna try changing that up when I do move. But I'm very proud of the fact that I was able to raise this kitten who is so well behaved. Like
Mm,
he doesn't cause me any problems. He immediately knew what the litter box was. He didn't need any direction. Even the small things that I did train him to do, like stay off the counters and such, he
hmm.
doesn't push his luck. He doesn't
Nice.
try testing me, and he's just a very sweet boy. Like anytime I go to bed, he'll just be like, "Oh, it's bedtime? Okay." Waddle his ass into the bedroom, jump up on the bed, plop right down next to me, purring like a maniac. He's
Aw.
he's just a very soft boy, and I love him.
Aw. I love him too, and I haven't met him. I love Carpet.
Uh, in Voidy's pet section, there is some photos of him if you ever want to see those. He is
Alright.
adorable.
I'll have to look. Sorry.
You can nap after this.
Yeah, sorry. But I'm glad you have Carpet. I'm glad he's a part of your life.
He's my baby. Aren't you,
Mm-hmm.
baby? You little shithead.
Yes. Um, Next question is what is your most prized possession and why?
Most prized possession.
Uh-huh.
I mean, aside from my computer, aside from, you know what? This is gonna sound weird,
Uh-huh.
but currently the one that comes to mind is a bust of Teddy Roosevelt that is actually aftershave. If you pull the head off, there's a cap underneath it, and you pull it off, and it's just aftershave.
Weird.
I It is weird, but let me explain.
Okay.
Teddy Roosevelt is a man's man. Like if you've ever read the stories about this dude,
Mm-hmm.
he is like no bullshit. Probably would be the best president to have every election. Dude didn't take shit. Didn't There was an instance in which it's almost time for bed. Let's do
Mm-hmm.
this. There are stories of this man who he was basically giving a political speech,
Mm-hmm.
and some dude decided he was going to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Shot him.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Roosevelt stopped the people who were beating him down, told them to hold him there, started insulting him to his face, proceeded on with his speech while he's bleeding out, then went to the bar, took a shot of whiskey, and then went to the hospital. That is goddamn inspirational.
There's a
Oh,
lot of there's a lot of wild stories about Roosevelt.
really
Yeah.
wild. Like the fact that he held like actual wrestling competitions in the White House, and the only reason he stopped is because he took a hit to the face that left him permanently blind in one eye. So you're just
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay, I think now's the time.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some wild stories there. He was an interesting person.
He was very interesting. Part of the reason why I did my report on him back in high school.
Oh, nice. Fun. Alrighty. The next, so that's the reason why the aftershave is your most prized possession.
Yeah, I could probably, if I had the chance to go looking through everything that I had, I'd probably be able to find something more precious to me. But just
For
off the top
now.
of my head, that's a very cool like find that I found at a thrift store for like
Yeah.
$10.
It is. Should I replant these seeds?
Yeah, there should be a spot over there.
Alright, I'll replant these seeds. Your next question. Do you want it?
Yep, let's do this.
Next question is... Hold on, planting. How do you take care of yourself?
Take it day by day.
Yeah.
There are certain things that you have to take care of yourself, and when it comes to physical needs, mental needs, so on and so forth. If you know yourself well enough to make the decisions that you have to, then, you know, those will come naturally to you. Take care of them as you need to. Always. Don't ignore them. Never ignore them. Because oftentimes, if you can't trust what other people say, you can trust in what your body tells you, what your mind tells you. And, you know, I believe that wholeheartedly. Ooh, cake.
Cake?
Nice.
Would you like some cake?
I'll take it. Hey, would you like some cake?
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Let me gather these.
So what I hear is the way you take care of yourself is by listening to your body.
Listening to what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we just put these in the stone chest. Whatever it is, whatever it might be, just listen to yourself. If you need it, you'll know you need it. It might not be that easy for other people, but it's a skill that I've learned to understand and try to keep an eye out for. If I'm hungry, I'll just go and eat. But that's like an easy example. If I need, like, if I'm feeling stressed out and so on and so forth, it's a bit harder to tell yourself, okay, just stop what you're doing, go lay down for a little while, go sit down, go relax for a tiny bit of time.
Yeah, that's harder.
Oh, absolutely. Some people never learn to do that.
Yeah. Especially if you have that fear of wasting time, that's really hard.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's very hard to grapple with. I will not say that I have it down to a science, but I do try, even if it is, you know, messing with that sense of wasting time, I still have to tell myself, no, you shut up, go sit down. And sometimes you just have to tell yourself to shut up and just go do so.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Alright. Next question is... When will I ever stop yawning? What is a question you wish for me to ask you? So, like, this is an opportunity to, like, talk about something that we haven't had the chance to talk about and just have, you know, the opportunity to talk about something.
Ooh.
This is your freebie question.
My freebie question. Ooh. Now, the easy answer would be to talk about my beliefs on the shape of infinity, but that's not the fun one. Ask me about my game!
Your game? Yes! You're making a game! Tell me about it.
Ah, okay. So, I have watched so many videos on YouTube on topics like the shape of infinity and stuff like that. And listening to musical pieces, I personally enjoy instrumental stuff. I don't like being told how to feel in music. though I do enjoy lyrical pieces. There are
Mm-hmm.
several songs throughout the years in which I've listened to in which my imagination just goes absolutely wild.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually it got around to the point where after years and years of being just a kid, like, I want to write this story, I want to write that story, what about this one? How about these
Mm-hmm.
characters? Eventually I landed on what I have dubbed Project Godhome, which,
Okay.
if I had to give some sort of description on it, it's a mind study. It's a mind
Hmm.
study on the effects of infinity, both as a physical thing and a time thing,
Mm-hmm.
on how they would influence gods.
Hmm.
Godhome itself is a ship in which carries the last dredges of humanity after a very terrible cataclysmic event that was caused by some dude named the Creator
Mm-hmm.
from Earth to a different planet. Now, for those of you who know, simply interstellar travel, being as it is almost impossible for humanity, which is why I chose the beings in it to be gods.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the time in which it would take.
1 second. I'm really sorry. I gotta
No,
fix something. Hey, why now?
now's the time I could say all the terrible things, like, like, I don't know, but I'm thinking of it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ah. Okay, I'm back,
Type error in the chat. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
but my video game sound is not.
You might want to click back in.
I am. I'm messing with it.
Uh-oh.
No. Why?
You can always boot out and reboot back in if
I'm
you
gonna
need
do
to.
that. 1 second. Hopefully
You're
this
good.
works. I'll be right back. No. Anyway, tell me about Infinity.
Where
Gone
was I?
home.
So,
Interstellar travel.
so the idea of interspace travel, the time it would take for a ship to get from one planet to another is closer to infinity than it isn't in terms of human standards,
Uh-huh.
which is both deeply terrifying. And if anybody says that it isn't, they're fucking lying.
They're
Because it
lying.
absolutely is. Your grand infinium grandchildren will have died hundreds of times over before you even know if they made it to that planet, which is
Mm-hmm.
what makes it interesting for me. The main
Okay.
character of the story, I have just simply, as a placeholder title, is called the Captain.
Mm-hmm.
He experiences infinity in a very different way from everyone else in the story.
Hmm.
He is where he needs to be exactly the moment he needs him. Time is not linear for him.
Hmm.
Say he gets on the ship and has to go deal with an engine problem 300 years in the future. He's just
Hmm.
there. The ship knows that the captain has to be there and puts him there at that time and space. So
Interesting.
for him, he's always on the move, always taking care of things,
Mm-hmm.
always doing what he needs to, experiencing infinity in a unique way that none of the other characters do.
I'm
To
seeing a
give
lot of inspiration for a lot of different things that are jumping into my mind.
good, good.
Good.
That's the idea.
That is the
The
point.
the entire thing that I wanted to do with the story is to leave it so open that whatever somebody takes from it is uniquely their own, and it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to be what I took from it.
Mm-hmm.
For an example, another character known as the First, he is not
Mm-hmm.
the first, has to experience time linearly and document everything.
Hmm.
Her her story is a uniquely formed hellscape for her mental struggles.
Yeah.
Every character is that way, down to even the main villain, the creature.
Mm.
The creature is the embodiment of all evil. The creature itself is not evil, but due to the actions of humans prior to getting on the god home, the creature chose evil platitudes
Hmm.
over being just a being that embodies evil.
Hmm.
And it's what makes it very hard to write for, because right now I'm nowhere near close to writing a story.
Yeah.
I basically have a journal that is just filled with madman rambling ideas that don't necessarily cohesively stick together yet, but
That's how it
some of them,
starts.
but they're all like bulletin boards that are stuck to each other in some way, shape, or form. That's like you can see the lines to each other, but you don't know how they mesh together, which is
Hmm.
partially how that's intended to be read. Like
Hmm.
you don't know until the very end how the story went.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, you're living through it as the captain who doesn't
Hmm.
experience time linearly.
That's interesting.
A
Um,
fun
I
idea.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Uh, how much of this did you were? How much were you inspired by? What is it? In Space with Markiplier?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. I honestly, Markiplier is one of my few inspirations as to actually start streaming and doing YouTube. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to bed. But
Bedtime.
I did end up seeing that, and I thought it was just remarkable.
It's a
Love
really good story.
if you ever see this Markiplier, I love it. Continue doing more. I please.
I'm so
You're
stoked for Iron Lung.
right.
I can't wait.
I'm so hyped for it. Everything that he has done, a heist with Markiplier, in space with Markiplier, I have enjoyed thoroughly, just
Mm-hmm.
to an utmost extreme amount of just. I am so happy with what he's done, and the fact that still to this day I can consciously say that it is okay to enjoy Markiplier stuff
Mm-hmm.
because he has never done anything uncouth,
Not really.
and it really helps.
Mm-hmm.
Because the YouTube climate scene is
It's
full
rough.
of people. It's really rough. There's
Rough.
so many people who just continue making terrible decisions after terrible decisions. And some of these people were like my heroes growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, really hurts. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
very happy that I can just point to him and be like,
That was good. I like
this
that
one's
one.
special. This is one that I want to give a hug to someday.
Yeah, me too. We'll see.
Blueberry.
Oh, there he is. Anyway, so in space didn't inspire you, which I'm kind of surprised by because there's a lot of notes that I'm seeing that seem to match.
it's it's weird. Like after watching it, I've definitely seen some similarities with what I want to write,
Mm-hmm.
which is both inspiring. It may be a little bit disheartening in a way, but
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not trying to give you a blueberry. It's confirming,
Yeah,
basically. It helps knowing that there is an audience for this kind of stuff,
this
and
kind of
the
story
fact
works.
yeah. And the fact that Markiplier has done something similar to it just goes to show that yes, I should absolutely chase down this avenue of thought project, which
Yeah.
I will. I fully intend to monopolize my ability to do so. Oh god, there's more blueberries!
So many blueberries. Well, I'm
Yes.
excited. I'm more curious about how you're gonna turn that story into a game. Like
It
that's gonna be the hard part.
well, so that's where the very hard part comes in because what I want is a roguelike Metroidvania fighting game.
So,
Which
kind of like Hades?
Hades is an isometric roguelike.
It is, but like the
It
different
has
paths that you take changes the story
dramatically.
a lot. So, and it's just like the whole point of you playing the game is to die as many times as possible, so you can get to know the people you get to talk to.
Yeah. No, I'd say the video games that inspire the ideas that I want to encapsulate with it are, first of all, Symphony of the Night. Like, I love the castle structure in that game, and I return to that quite often. Then for the roguelike section, Dead Cells. Absolutely great game.
It was a good game.
Hard as absolute balls, but jeez, is it so good. I have it on the PS4, I have it on the computer. I bought it twice simply because it's just that good.
A good game?
It's a good game. When it comes to fighting games, I can't really point to a specific game, but I'd say the company that inspires me the most is Arc System Works, who, if you don't know, they're very huge in the gaming sphere about making fighting games that look really anime aesthetic to the extreme of where their entire identity has been built around making 3D models look as 2D as possible. If you've seen Dragon Ball Fighters or Guilty Gear Strive...
That's the one I was going to point out.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I have seen that.
So you understand where the art design or fighting game element comes from. Like, those games are so good. I don't own Guilty Gear Strive, but it is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very cute.
And I'm gushing!
There's a lot of love in there.
Oh, so much love.
Yeah. I guess so, from what I understand, you want to make something where someone will look at it and be like, oh, that game got loved. Look at that.
That game is wholly unique and deeply loved by its creator. And that's all I want in the end. And whatever they take away from the story or the takeaway, that should be unique to them alone. However, I want that love and just passion for creation to come through.
Yeah. I hope you make it.
Yeah. We'll see in the future.
And if all things fail, you know, writing a book is the quickest way you can make content.
Exactly. And who's to say that it won't end up in a video game after that?
Exactly.
Or
who's
a
to
movie.
say?
I hope not a movie. I don't want Hollywood to butcher my bullshit.
I mean, you never know. There's some little geniuses out there that sometimes do good work.
They do. They do. I'm not gonna discredit them.
Alright. Next question.
Okay.
Wrong thing. Next question is, when are you the happiest?
When I'm doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
No, actually. Like when I'm streaming, when I'm hanging out with everybody in the Discord. When I'm able to just sit down and be myself. Which some might find that a bit sad, but you gotta understand the life that I came from, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So being able to just be happy and be myself is the greatest pleasure in life for me.
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy for you.
Maybe one day that might change when I get married or when I find someone or when I have kids, but for now that's the one.
That's how it is.
Be myself.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. We got one last question.
Oh boy.
The last question is, who would you want to see interviewed next?
Ooh. So from amongst our group, who's already been interviewed?
Voidy, Scully, you. I haven't interviewed Pocky or Flare.
Ooh. I don't think Pocky would be down for it, so I'm not going to suggest him. I know Raz has already been. I'm gonna go with Flair, and if Flair says no, Sir Burrito.
I already got him too.
Damn. Damn.
Look, this is why I asked this question because I need more people. I'm
Nah, that's fair.
reaching the end of the people that I know personally.
Oh, damn. Can't nominate anybody from my personal friend group because they're just never around.
Mm.
Um,
Any streamers you follow that you like?
if only they would respond. Actually, you know what?
You never
Let's-
know.
Let me pull up my Twitch real quick.
Okay. Let me pull out my notebook.
I'll give 3 people for you to hit up.
Okay.
Um, no, nobody cares about your stupid advertisement. Just pull up the whole list. Come on. You already said Sir Burrito.
Mm-hmm.
Um, show more. All right. So let's go from the bottom. I don't know. He might be down for it. This is like option 3.
Mm-hmm.
The Good Jared.
Ah, yes, I remember him.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Um, he keeps mentioning me a lot in his streams, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw you his way.
I
Creative
guess he's a
anxiety.
fan.
I guess he is.
Sorry, what's that?
Creative anxiety, no space.
Okay.
Um, and then firstly, Rush Pirate 1.
Mm, that's a good one. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Wonderful. Thank you.
you're welcome.
My list flows again.
Of course, you can also throw in Flair in there if
Yep.
they seem down for it, but of course, you'd have to be able to work around their time schedule, which
Yep.
seems pretty chaotic.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I've had worse. Oh. All right. Well, thank you for doing this with me, Gan. I had fun.
Thank you for asking me. I genuinely enjoyed this. I did get a bit sappy, but I wanted to be as honest as I can be, which
Well, I
I do
appreciate that. That's kind of the point of this whole exercise.
Yeah.
All right,
Ooh,
I'm gonna leave the game now.
okay.
But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this with me. I'm glad you had fun. I'm gonna address the invisible audience now. And say hello, hi. I hope you enjoyed. I
Likewise.
I hope you enjoyed, and we're happy to have you here. If you enjoyed this conversation and the things we talked about, you probably would really enjoy Ganondorf, the Azure King Man. So where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
From there, most of my other social medias are linked in the About section.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a YouTube, I have a TikTok. I do have Twitter. I hardly ever use it, though.
Mm-hmm.
If you do go on there, it's oftentimes me looking at random indie projects that I just like, and I'll be like, oh no, I need to retweet that. Um, my TikTok has a whole bunch of my YouTube, or not YouTube, my Twitch shorts on there, which, you know, you can thank Skull, Voidy, and everyone else who participates in my streams, like
Mm-hmm.
I am the sidekick and all them, for making it as fun as it has been. I've really enjoyed spending time with them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, I have my YouTube where I re-upload my Twitch stuff, and I try and make an avid effort to put stuff into the short section. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You should check those out, and you should also check out this lady. She's cool.
No, it's fine. If they're already here, they know about me. It's good.
They should still do it anyways. They should create other accounts and bloat the shit out of that. Don't do that. Don't get in
No,
trouble.
don't do that. Please and thank you.
Just a joke.
Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to mention before we head out?
Not exactly.
All right. Well, thank you again for being here. I enjoyed your company, and this was good conversation. All
Heck
right.
yeah. Thanks for asking me to be here.
No problem. Take care. Rest well. Not only for you, but for people who are listening. And hopefully we see you again.
Eat your greens.
All right. Bye.
Later.